Hi, my name's Megan and I'm going to be talking today about mental health, smoking and addiction. My relationship with smoking is quite interesting. When I was a kid, I always thought that it was quite silly smoking. I thought it was bad for your health and I said that I would never do it. That all changed when I moved to America and made some friends who smoked. I'd just gone through a bit of a breakup and I was quite upset and needed some new friends. So these friends brought me into their world when I began smoking with them. We used it as a form of social connection, but then it became quite a common thing. We'd smoke every morning. Whenever we caught up, we'd have a cigarette in our hands. I then came back to New Zealand and wasn't talking to them anymore, obviously, but I continued smoking. I was doing it by myself because I had no friends that smoked in New Zealand, but it was a continuation of that sort of pattern. I would smoke before bed, I would smoke before every meal, after every meal, and it just became a bit of a guilty pleasure for myself until I went to university and met someone else who was in a really similar situation than me. We both agreed to quit smoking together, and that's why I decided to stop. So my relationship with smoking affected my mental health quite badly. While I was smoking, I was using it as a huge escapism. I already did suffer from quite a few different mental health symptoms, but when I started smoking, it helped me to be able to ignore those symptoms. I wasn't in touch with my anxiety or when I was sad, because instead of doing that, I'd go out and have a smoke and I'd be able to ignore it. When I quit, I found that they became a little bit worse, those symptoms. I didn't have anything to be able to cope with it, and so they kind of elevated in my head. It was hard. I then found other things to be able to kind of replace those symptoms, replace the anxiety that I had, which was one of the biggest problems and why I continued to smoke. As soon as I realized, drinking water, going for walks, clearing my head, speaking to people when not smoking, I managed to be able to kind of get rid of those addiction cravings and then replace them with more positive things from my life. I would say that it's really hard. It is called an addiction for a reason. You will struggle and you will try to stop, and you may not be able to stop straight away. You may not be able to stop at all. That's not a problem. It's everyone's own journey while they are trying to deal with an addiction there. What I would say for you is have a look at what you're doing right now. Have a look and see if it is healthy. Are you doing it for the right reasons? Are you doing it because you're trying to escape something that is going on in your life? If it is the latter, if you are trying to escape something, find some positive influences, some positive people around you to be able to kind of replace those behaviors and improve a little bit more. Talk to others and find out you're not alone as well. It will get easier, I promise. And you will find it so much better once you're able to kind of come to terms with that.